Well, here we go. Another chance of rain overnight tonight and into the morning. And Alex Bogart says Batman is present and accounted for. And there was no sound on the live radar part. No, there isn't supposed to be, but there's music now. And so you can hear that. Hope everybody has a great Monday. What a rainy one, cloudy and rainy. And I'm going to provide a quick, brief update. I don't think we get major severe weather potential. I think we will see heavy rain. I think there might be some localized flash flooding, but as far as widespread, major, significant flooding, not really looking at that. Also, I think the tornado potential will escape us to the south. There may be a brief potential for tornadic opportunity in southwest Arkansas as this low moves in. However, before we get to that, I want to show you what's happening with the current fall colors. This is brand new, hot off the press. Just wanted to let you know the best viewing for fall colors is going to be Wednesday and Thursday. Not necessarily because that's when the exact peak will occur, but this weekend, the peak won't be all that great because we've got cloud cover. And I got a bloody nose right now. So I don't know what's going on there. It's dry. No, it's not dry. Ryan Vaughn is in Twitter jail? Really? No wonder I didn't see anything from him. What is up with that? So anyways, just wanted to provide that little update on the fall foliage. Just came out just tonight. Wanted to show you that. And 10/24/2022, that's the update. That's tonight. And you can see how we do have peak colors. I'm not going to show you my bloody tissue, by the way. So we'll that's way too personal for a Facebook Live. But let's show you the radar because we do have more precipitation on the way. Peak leakage from the nose. Yeah, Josh, you got a point there. So there's the rain that's coming in. You can see the way that this energy is starting to pick up off to the west. And in fact, you see some lightning, which, by the way, Richard Evans, I do not see lots of lightning. If you do, you probably don't want to see that. Lightning is not the lightning that we're talking about here. It's spelled without an E, Lightning. I always talk about that. All right. Anyways, nice rain in Bentonville so far. I noticed the temps tomorrow were raised a bit. No, not necessarily. That's not true. The reason now, Bradley, we talked about this. I mentioned it several times on the newscast. We're going to be in the 40s and 50s tomorrow. So it is not raised at all. If anything, the high is going to be in about an hour and 15 minutes because that high temperature is early on in the morning. So we're talking shortly after midnight. So 60 degrees across parts of northwest Arkansas. We still have the southerly winds. And therefore, we're not going to see, much of a cool down until that system moves out. Let's see where we're at with our temperatures. So just to let you know, we do fall during the day into the 50s and 40s, and it will be noticeably cooler than what it was today. So let's check this out. And there you go, 59. So I think that high is going to be right around 60 degrees, 60 in Bentonville, 61 in Fort Smith. That's pretty much what we've got. Yeah, Josh, I do have that, as a matter of fact. The little public service announcement. If you want to know what lightning is, I don't think you're seeing that. So here is here's the difference. Lightning is what you are talking about. Lightning is a drop in the level of the uterus during the last weeks of pregnancy as the head of the fetus engages in the pelvis. So if you're seeing lots of lightning, that's going to be an interesting sight. But if you're seeing lots of lightning, well, that's definitely the storm system that's coming in. All right. So, anyways, there's per Josh Rugger. How much rain in Harrison so far? Great question. Let's check it out, and I'll show you. I don't think it's a whole lot at this point. So we'll look here. All right. 2.31 in Siloam Springs. That's what we have so far as of midnight. You have 1.47 in Springdale, a 1.23 in Fayetteville. And you'll notice here Harrison got about 1.46. So some nice rain so far, and more is on the way. It's fun. Your sister-in-law has some slight lightning going on, I think. Yeah. All right. Well, anyways, let's show you what we've got here for the next several hours. So here's what we've got. Storm system moving in. Like I said, this doesn't have to be a real long update because I don't think we're going to get a whole bunch of severe weather with this system. In fact, it's kind of trended down. Now, I do think we get heavy rain. And so you can see that heavy rain moving through during the morning hours. It's going to be a nice, probably soothing rain, honestly. A few rumbles of thunder, some heavy rain, some pitter patter of raindrops on the windowsill. If there is any time for severe weather, it's going to be right on the leading edge of the low pressure system. And so there you've got 8, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, the system moving through, and then notice how it kind of falls apart. Well, it really doesn't fall apart. It just moves out of the area. By 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you can see it moving northeast and moving out of the area. And so there you go. Soothing rain means Josh Rugger's coming to work with his lunch in hand because he just rolled out of bed a few minutes ago. Gotcha. Radar range. Good question. It's typically about 200 nautical miles is about the range that you can get. So, about 150 really. 150 is better. Does Tulsa pick up ground level precipitation being that it's further out? For us, no. But you know that the air is saturated, so that's a good question, Alex. Let me show you this here. This is the sounding, which is quite a bit saturated to say the least. And you'll see that, that is an extremely saturated air mass right there, where you've got all the way from the surface, all the way up to the atmosphere, to the stratosphere, you've got a saturated air mass. So therefore, that's a lot of rain. And if we look at the amount of precipitable water, it's 1.6, which is pretty high for this time of the year. If we look at the sounding in Dallas, the surface-based instability did not quite make it. So therefore, the severe weather missed Dallas. We had a question about that. And if you work your way farther south, now we got a different story. We've got a lot of instability, and that's why when we go back to the graphics, you're going to see that there was definitely some storms. Where are you? All right, we're going to go back to this. Hold on just a second. So here is a look at the storm system that brought a lot of severe weather across central Texas. See all the severe thunderstorm warnings, tornado possible tag, tornado watch, and a lot of energy. But remember, they have more westerlies aloft. They also have more instability, and those are some stronger storms. Now, I know there were a couple of tornado warnings. Let's see if we can spot them out here. There we go, right there, just north of Austin. A couple of tornado warnings. In fact, Charles Peak sent a tweet showing that there were some semis that were overturned on I-35. So there you can see it moving out and still holding together. And there's a tornado possible tag. In fact, when we pop that up on the screen, you're going to see that we've got a tornado possible tag. There it is right there. Severe thunderstorm warning, tornado possible. Now, this is what's happening right now with the tornado watch until midnight. But around here, you see the storms definitely weaken. However, there still is some heavy rain that's coming in. And then finally, you're going to notice off to the west, there's more energy swinging in. Look at that upper level low churning. But we just really don't have the surface-based instability. And I don't think we're going to get the surface-based instability. So that's what we got. All righty, guys. Well, I think that about covers everything. How much rain, how much additional rain are we going to see? Let me show you that real quick. And then I'll go to 15 minutes after the hour. So let me show you what we got here for the latest computer models for the rain totals. And let's see what we got. So the graph, the graph suddenly is like, oh, we're going to go a lot more. So this is additional rain from what I was already falling now. European has about 2.39. Once again, the data didn't load. Let me go back and reload that again. There we go. Wonder why that does that. Bugs with this. 2.52 in Harrison, or excuse me, 2.52 in Rogers, 1.88 in Harrison. There's over 2 inches in GFS with 1.8 in Harrison, and then you got the NAM, which is still showing heavy rain. So make a good dent in the drought. Oh, this will make a really good dent in the drought. Which, by the way, I don't know if you saw the burn ban map that we were showing on the news, and we were talking about how the burn bans were lifted because of the rain. Those burn bans were lifted because of the heavy rain that happened in the River Valley a weekend ago. That was when we had the rain on the 14th and the 15th. The 15th was that heavy rain and hailstorm that happened in the River Valley. That dropped the burn bans, and then it was not as dry for the drought monitor that was released on the 20th. Well, this one that's coming up on the 27th when it's released will definitely look a lot better. And I think not completely gone with the drought, but it will probably go down to abnormally dry, which is actually not drought criteria. So, will you please be a puffy cloud this year for the air on Halloween? Richard, let me ask you a question. Did you ever see when I was a puffy cloud? If you haven't, just YouTube Dan Scoff Cloud and you'll get to see it. And it was a good costume. It was a lot of fun. So is everybody dressing up for Halloween? I know maybe some of you have kids or doing some trick or treating, and we'll see what happens. Josh, you gave away my. Okay, so you did see that. Yeah, we're gonna do something else. Can't do a cloud every year. Yeah, I bet. Let's look and see what the latest HRRR says. Well, that's the way the weather works, Roby. It's you go through dry spells and then the weather just catches up with itself. So it kind of nature trying to balance itself out. All right. Last thing I'm going to show you is the HRRR. We're going to go with the extended because this goes all the way through the system. And here's how much rain is expected to fall. Nah, you're fine. That's okay. Don't worry about it. 2.52 in Fayetteville, over 3.5 inches in Boonville, Ozark 3.57. So there's going to be some heavy rain, and it's probably going to be located in the River Valley. Now, here's the more updated model that does every hour it updates. Let's see what that has for rain totals throughout 18 hours. See, about an inch to 2 inches. So you're coming to work as a green screen. That would be hilarious. So I'd be able to do my weather anywhere, just to step up to the screen. You'd be the green screen. Now, that's funny. Wonder if the other cameras. That's a good question. I don't know if it would do that. Pollen count. Pollen count's not bad right now. In fact, I don't even know if they sent the new pollen count, but let's check it out here and see what we got here. Yeah. So Josh, did you? We didn't update it. Counts updated October. I think that's supposed to say October 17th. So there's the pollen count. It says October 7th, but I think that might be. I don't know. Let's see what they have on. Stop sending it as much. Let's see what we got here. I'll look at their website. And so for the latest pollen counts on their site, as soon as this pops up, tree pollen's low. The ragweed was high. The weed pollen was high, but it never tells you, oh, updated 1021. So they must have updated it. So we definitely have to update those pollen counts. I will do that, but I'm not going to do that on the air, Alex. So I'm going to take care of that. You can get that by going to nwahomepage.com or knwa.com and then click on the weather tab, and then you'll see pollen. I bet you mold goes up for sure with the rain, no doubt. All right, guys. Well, I went well over 15 minutes, but so Ryan, that's the last thing that I'll answer. There is another system on the way in early November, and it could bring some storms and severe weather. Of course, this is a ways out to predict, but I'll show you what we've got. So here's one system that comes through, Ryan. This is the one that's happening right now. There's the low that basically becomes negative tilt. So that means precipitation developing. And then you're going to see that we move into Thursday afternoon. There's a system starting to develop. And then you see the cutoff low that takes place. So rain Friday, Saturday. But next week, this is the next system coming in at the end of October into early November. That right there spells severe weather, and it also brings some instability. So to sum up everything, we've got rain that's coming, heavy rain. It's already popping up. It's already moving into the river valley. You're going to see that rain continue overnight tonight. And some of it will produce some rumbles of thunder and some heavy downpours. So if you have a pool of water in front of you, don't drive through it, especially late at night. So that's what you're kind of looking at. Running late. Thanks for all you do. Thank you so much. Have a great one, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. Be safe, and we'll watch the storms closely. If they get bad, you know who's going to be on. Zach Gilday. He'll be taking care of you. Later.